U.S. versus China today. U.S. military attack China in the South China Sea. U.S. Defense Secretary Mark Esper expresses concern over destabilizing activity in the vicinity of Taiwan and the South China Sea, says Pentagon spokesman. Esper also called on Beijing to share more of its data on COVID-19, adds the spokesman. The conversation took place amid growing concerns about the possibility of a hot war between the two powers, especially over the South China Sea. The U.S. sent 67 large reconnaissance planes to the contested region in July, a sharp increase on the previous 2 months, according to the Beijing-based South China Sea Strategic Situation Probing Initiative. At 9 p.m. on Wednesday, a U.S. Air Force E-8C plane was detected in an area close to the southern province of Guangdong, according to the think tank. There are obligations that the Chinese government is under responsibility for with regard to the World Health Organization agreements, so they have a need to provide samples to provide data, Hoffman said. That didn't happen and we expect them to continue to improve their information sharing in regard of that. The U.S. Defense Secretary also affirmed the principles and importance of constructive, stable and result-oriented defense relationship between the United States and the People's Liberation Army, Hoffman said, adding that the call lasted about 90 minutes. This was in addition to 7 E-8C surveillance craft sightings near the Chinese coast in July, which it said represented an upgrade of battlefield construction. Meanwhile, China's state news agency Xinhua confirmed that Taiwan and the South China Sea were on the agenda, and that Wei also warned Esper against dangerous moves that would escalate bilateral tensions. Wei also laid out for Esper the Chinese government's position on Washington's stigmatization of China, according to Xinhua, which said that the U.S. side requested the call. China's Defense Minister Wei Feng and his U.S. counterpart Mark Esper warned each other in a phone call about escalating risks over Taiwan and the South China Sea, in the highest-level U.S.-China talks since state leader Yang Jiechi met U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo in Hawaii in mid-June. Esper expressed concerns about the Chinese military's destabilizing activity in the vicinity of Taiwan and the South China Sea, and called on China to honor international obligations, as well as share more of its data on COVID-19, Pentagon spokesman Jonathan Hoffman told reporters in Washington on Thursday. U.S. Defense Department did not respond to a query about whether the Pentagon asked for the call. Wei expressed China's principled position on the South China Sea, Taiwan, and the U.S.'s stigmatization of China, asking the U.S. to stop its wrong words and deeds, strengthen maritime risk management and control, avoid dangerous actions that may heat up the situation, and maintain regional peace and stability, Xinhua said. On July 13, Pompeo said that the U.S. rejects all Chinese claims beyond the 12 nautical mile territorial area around the Spratly Islands, a statement that added further strains on a bilateral relationship that was already weighed down by a trade war and the U.S. government's moves to revoke Hong Kong's status as being distinct from China. The South China Sea, one of the world's busiest waterways, is subject to several overlapping territorial disputes involving China, Vietnam, the Philippines, Taiwan, Malaysia and Brunei.